Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to be able to put in the inner and outer A-pillars, which will require a bit of tweaking and stuff. But in order to do that, in order to get the inner pillar set right, I have to be able to mount the door so that I get the door gap right when everything's all put together. So this is what each of the individual door hinges looks like. Mounts up inside of this pillar like here. And the problem is this piece goes into the door, and altogether there's some adjustment in here so you can get that gap right. These hinges slide into these gaps on the end of the door. You have holes here where the bolts go in to the hinges and get you a little bit of adjustment. This right here is what that spot looks like. So if you can imagine, the hinge is going to go in and mount something like that, which is fine, except if you look down right down in here, you will see that that piece right there is damaged over on this side and all rusted out and loose. So what that means is I can't get this door to set on right until this piece is fixed. Yes, there is a lot of other damage that needs to be repaired on these doors, rusted out. This one over here was really bad. I've had to cut that out. So the doors take a lot of repair that I'm going to have to do before I can hang them on and get the A-pillars into position correct. Now, of course, it appears that nobody makes these little brackets. At least I couldn't find them in Moss Motors or any other place. So I've got to make a replacement one of these pieces so that when I get to repairing these doors, I can get that welded into place. Let's get into it. I got to make the little bracket that holds the door hinge in the car. Still got to drill holes in this and bend it up. Got to bend this up. Now I happen to have a bending brake, which seems to work. It works pretty good, but not everybody has a bending brake. So just for giggles, I looked into, well, can you bend this piece up without a bending brake? Because I need one that goes like this, and I do need ones for the opposite hand. So this needs to go with these tabs bent down. So what I can do is, let's bend this one first. This is a piece of C-channel. Looks like 4" by 1 1/4 inch. I don't know, piece of C-channel. This is a factory cut, I know, because it's got green paint on it. This is pretty much square, so I'm going to use that as my edge here. Take my trusty block of aluminum. Now, if you didn't have all these and you could get your hands on a set of beat up old 1, 2, 3 blocks, look that up if you don't know what they are. Those would work great also. Come in here, line this all up. Clamp down on it. And then, this doesn't look square. That looks good. All right, now It's a little bit overbent, but that's all right. I'm just going to stick this in the vise like this. I'm doing that to square up that corner, make it a little bit tighter. Do it in both directions. That tightens that one up. Come over here. Hang that over the edge. Back this way. Hang that over the edge. Where that's squared up. Clamp that down. Come through. Don't quite like the way that's bending, so I'm going to come up here. Line this all up in the vise. Oh, horse shit. That one didn't turn out quite as square as I would have liked it to. Let's see if we can do a little something to fix that. Good. Now by hitting and dragging this way, I'm drawing that metal around like that. Those are pretty close to being good. Reach down and swat that like button, pop in a quick comment, and subscribe to this channel. You can help save Lazarus from the scrap bin by making a one-time donation via PayPal, or join as a member on Patreon. See the links below. So those are almost exactly the same height. They go like this. This piece here, I got to drill the 2 holes in it. Big holes. Wherever they go. And probably when I bend this one up, I will probably use this because I can get it like that. I can bend, actually what I'll do is I'll bend the 2 long ones first, get those bent up, and then I'll be able to bend the short one in here, and these will be good enough to where I can get it bent up around like so. First bends down. I suppose at this point it really doesn't matter which way is down. Line that up there. Not quite 90. That's probably a little closer to 90. That's a beautiful 90, that is. Let's get this set to where it's just perfect. Is that for 90? Not quite 90 yet. Don't you start screwing around with me, light. That's a good 90. Come in here and get this on a 90. That side right there is not a good 90 yet. That's a good 90. Yeah, get out of there. That side there is not a good 90 yet. It's a little bit over 90. Oh well. We shall bend it back. But not that way. All right. I'm gonna get this. That's pretty close. Not quite perfect, needs a little bit of fine tuning, but that's all right. We can take care of that. Right now, piece of steel would be better, but I got a piece of aluminum. We'll make it work. With the 2 holes drilled in it. Should I have drilled these 2 holes before I pounded it into shape? I don't think so, because I suspect that if the holes were in it, it might have bent odd. And I can always put this down on the drill press, clamp it down, and drill holes in it. So, need 7/16 holes. 0.35 inches from one end, which would be 0.35 inches from this end, is the edge of the first hole. Then the first hole, then 1.039 inches to the edge of the second hole, and then the second hole. And I will have to do math to figure out exactly where the centers of those holes should be. I know they should be centered this way, but math will be involved to do it that way. So one of the other options you have for bending small pieces like this is they make this die set that goes into a vise, like so. This one happens to be 6 inches wide. My vise is 4 inches wide. It doesn't work very well. I guess that's a 5-inch wide set, but it doesn't work very well in this particular set. Or maybe my vise is 5 inches. I don't know. What the hell is it? Yeah, so I got a 5-inch wide vise. This is made for a 6-inch wide vise. The problem that I have is it doesn't have jaw blades that go down far enough for the magnets on the back to grab it and hold it in place. But if it did, I'd be able to stick these pieces in, and bend them up with something like this. I could bend the wide edge with the 3-inch part, bend the short side with the 1-inch wide part with a couple of hits, and life would be good. My vise, like I said, is wrong size, so doesn't work for me, but I guarantee it works for other people. Also got this little bracket made that needs to go inside the door that the door hinge slides into like this, and it's adjustment. So this is what one looks like inside the door. This one seems to be in good shape. I took the measurements from it to make this one. This actually goes in the other door on the top. So that's all made. I showed you how I made that thing. Covered this down with cold galvanized spray because, hey, those things get rusty. Why not? Okay, so let's see. What did we get done this week? We got that bracket made, which took an awful lot of time. But that's good, because now we can get into doing the doors. And the doors are going to take a lot of time because there's a lot of work to be done on the doors. Could I go out and buy outer doors and inner doors? I don't know. I'm not sure that I know they sell like the bottom pieces, and there's might be able to buy an outer skin, but the outer skins on these doors are pretty good shape. Just need to have some, like the bottoms of them replaced for the rust. Can I buy the bottoms? Probably. Can I make the bottoms? I think it'd be more fun to make the bottoms. So I'm going to make bottoms. What else? I think that we're coming along pretty good. So, like, share, comment, subscribe, ask questions, give answers to questions that nobody asks. I would absolutely love to get more feedback from you folks about how I'm doing, what's interesting, what's not interesting, what you like, what you don't like. Let me know those sorts of things. I'm kind of don't know where to go unless I get some feedback from you folks. So my goal with this channel is, if you get into one of these restoration projects, what kind of problems you run into, how do you solve some of those problems? What kind of mistakes you can make? I'm making lots of them. But I also think I'm showing how to kind of resolve some of those problems. So until next week, you folks have a fantastic life. And BugeyeBob over and out.